Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Hordes of the Underdark. Last episode was primarily a chatty one, as we finally got our companion Deacon back with us. Yay! And we also spoke with Durnan to learn more of what we could about Undermountain. And spoke with this priestess, and sold the stuff we had. Now it's time to actually go out and see if maybe we can find anywhere that's selling more stuff. And see how the yawning portal is doing.
Hello there.
This pretty elf looks up at you with sad eyes as you approach. Are you going on into Undermountain, Liam? If so, I wish you luck. I, however, want nothing more to do with that unnatural place. As a druid, I know death is part of the natural order, but I'm glad that cleric raised me back to life. I wasn't ready to become part of the natural order quite yet. Perhaps my attitude is a sign that the city is changing me. Once the streets of Waterdeep are open again, I think I will return to the wilderness.
Good day.
I thought I was capable of handling anything, even the terrors of Undermountain. But it turns out I'm no match for the drow. Maybe a hero of your stature could survive in Helaster's dungeon, Liam, but I've learned my lesson. I'm staying right here in the inn. I'm not going anywhere near Undermountain.
Greetings.
I came here to prove myself in Undermountain, but those drow made short work of me. If not for that priestess, I would still be nothing but a corpse. Maybe it's time for me to give up my adventuring ways and settle down. At the very least, I won't be using that well of Durnan's to go into Undermountain. As you say, there's a few more people here.
Well, hello there.
We were lucky to survive. I hope they don't launch another attack.
Such violence and bloodshed here in our own home. Please help us. Help my husband, or Waterdeep will surely fall.
I'm guessing that's Durnan's wife. There's a few other people in here.
Well met.
The cook swats at a fly that buzzes around a pot of soup. How am I supposed to work in such conditions?
Hello there.
The halfling assistant smiles at the cook. He is an artist with food. I have learned so much from him.
Hello there.
The halfling glares at the cook. He is a misery to work for. Two different people. Fish! We don't need fish. Leather hides! I'm pretty sure we don't need that either. A crate here with meat and rags. We don't need any of that. Alright, let us move on. Graven.
Oi, what can I get ya?
This huge one-handed half-orc stares at you with a grimace, trying to decide if he recognizes you or not. You no allowed out. There be bad on streets. I'm allowed to leave. His eyes narrow in thought. Me not remember boss say you go out. I'm Liam Johnson. Durnan said you'd let me out. The half-orc's mind slowly churns over this information. Then his face brightens in recognition. Liam Johnson! Yeah, boss say it's okay for you to go out. Me remember now. You'll be careful if you go out. There be bad stuff out there. Many streets closed, shops closed, and sometimes looters. He unlocks the door, then slips the key back inside his shirt. He gives you a big, toothy grin and waves goodbye. Thank you. Now let's go investigate Waterdeep. Doesn't look like there's much around here. A nervous guard comes running up to you. How fares everyone inside? We were attacked by creatures from the Underdark. I know, Tamsil warned us. There have been attacks all over this side of the city. Although we have been resisting them, there are still many of the enemy about. All roads leading out of this... Oh, god dang it. Okay, kill them! That should not have happened, but okay. Oh, great! He died! Well, so much for... And we died. I'll be right back. Okay, let's try this again, hopefully with less of the dying. Bring him back. You're attacked. All roads leading out of this district are sealed, and most businesses hereabouts are closed. You might be better off staying inside until we can clear the streets, my lord. Don't you recognize me? I'm Liam Johnson. Liam Johnson? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I guess you can handle yourself out here, then. Indeed. Now let's go kill these guys while we still can. Focus on the mage, I think, because it looks like the most dangerous. And I got poisoned. Why am I not surprised? Okay, there was a cleric there. Kill the cleric. Spellcasters are the worst. Okay, one more to kill. Alright, the guard. He's just the guard. Okay. Well, that was unexpected. I'm just gonna go back inside so I can rest. Oh, good, we saved against the poison. Oh, interesting thing about resting in this one. If you decide to rest in a dangerous area, there's a chance that hostile creatures will show up while you're resting and attack you. Which makes resting a bit more dangerous. And makes more sense. Alright. So that's that dealt with. Rainrun Street. Docks closed until further notice. Oh, there's another guard here. Argali's Arms. Ah, good! An armor merchant. The dwarf stops her hammering and wipes the sweat from her brow. I really must get back to work. The guard needs weapons and armor with which to fight our enemies. The guard. Yes, the brave men and women of Waterdeep who defends us from the threats above, beyond, and below. You'll find them patrolling the streets outside. Can I ask you some questions? I don't have time to answer a bunch of questions. Can't you see how busy I am? I have to go. As do I, the dwarf says as she begins work again. Let's leave it.
I greet you.
Just don't touch anything you're not supposed to and we'll get along fine.
Hello.
A dark frown covers this woman's face as she surveys her displays of weapons and armor. As you approach her, she cocks her head to the side and arches an imperious eyebrow.
You have the look of an adventurer about you. It is good that you are here. How can Argali be of assistance today?
Wait a minute, are you talking about yourself in the third person? Deacon notices that too, boss. Why you talk like that? Deacon thinks it sounds funny. Argali speaks as she does. Who are you to judge her words when she deigns to speak with you? You may count yourself fortunate indeed that you have been graced by her presence, and that you shall be blessed with her goods, should you have the coin. Okay, have it your way, Argali. Now, how can Argali Silth be of assistance to you today? I'm not sure. What do you sell here? Argali Silth is a great merchant. She has generously agreed to keep her shop open and make her arms and armor available for purchase despite all dangers. It is a sad day when the streets are closed and the people are too scared to flock to buy Argali's magnificent goods. Would you be interested in seeing Argali's goods? They are very high quality. I thought a war would be good for your business. Argali has no problem with war in general, but she has a problem with a war that comes to her home and burns it down. Argali would much sooner sell her goods to adventurers. Then it is reasonable to assume that her goods will be used to slay monsters and spread her fame. Selling to those who would murder children and other innocents does not make for a reputable arms dealer. Argali knows this is not a popular opinion among her peers. That is a noble philosophy. Alas, no one, not even Argali Silth, can be positive that the use of her merchandise will be for good. Argali knows only that she must try. Argali has been told that some might come who would try to help the city. You are one of those. So, famed adventurer, tell Argali what your needs are. Can I ask you some questions first? Although Argali's purpose is the making of money, she does make time to assist those who have need of information. Tell me about the attacks. Argali has strong guards and powerful defenses, so no raiders get to her shop. But Argali is angered by this war on her city. She wishes to help those who defend her. That is why she stays open, even when business is bad. Tell me about yourself. Yes, Argali doesn't blame you for wanting to know more about her. Argali's father was Typhonis Silth, former Pasha of Kalimshan, and a wealthy merchant. He taught Argali that thinking one is the best is part of actually becoming one of the best. Typhonis Silth was a great man, but a great man has enemies. It was these enemies who brought Typhonis down. Argali lost everything when her father fell. Everything but her pride. Though poor, she still knew it was the best, and she vowed to build herself up again. Argali left Kalimshan and came to Waterdeep. Argali became a merchant, like her father, the great Typhonis. She started with nothing but pride, but now Argali is as wealthy as her father ever was. How did your father lose his position? Kalimshan is full of corruption and greed. Argali was only 10 when her father's cousin poisoned him. Typhonis held her hand as he died and told her to be strong and calculating, to trust no one, not even kin. The only one Argali can trust is Argali herself. Argali learned her lesson well. She is now wealthy, healthy, and most importantly, alive. That's a bitter lesson. Argali sneers at you before replying. It was hard, but now Argali has all she was ever striving for. Her father would be proud. Now enough of this topic. Argali does not want to speak of it anymore. What can she do for you? I'd like to see your inventory. Argali sells only the best. Gauntlets of Ogre Power, that's something I want. Eyes of Petrification, jeez. Flesh to Stone, oof. And a Watchman's Helm. I just want to see everything you have. Full plate +2. You've got full plate +3. Very expensive, though. Weapon-wise, what have you got? Okay, you've got a fair bit of weapons here. You've got a longsword +3. I might want to take that. Just because of what I'm facing in Undermountain. No scrolls, no magic items, nothing in the miscellany. Okay, I am going to spend some of my money. I'm going to buy Gauntlets of Ogre Power. I'm not going to buy the better armor. I'm fine without it. The better sword, however... 26 grand. And I'd only be getting 2 grand back. So I'm basically spending 25 grand on a sword. Wait, what's that middle one? Cold Iron Blade. Oh, that's only a +1 enhancement bonus and does... that's not worth it. Oh, do I want that? Oh, well, you can buy a trident. Do I want that longsword? No. I'll save. I'll make do with what I got. Oh, wait, but I do definitely need a better shield. Do I want the tower shield +3 or +2? Because the tower shield is definitely something I need. Currently, I've only got +1. Tower shield +2 would be +5, so that's... You know what? Let's do the +3. I'll splurge. There. AC of 30. It's gonna be tricky for anyone to hit me. Alright, let's move on. Ignore that.
No. Me can't do that.
Oh, looks like this one we can actually go in, though. And that moved us a point towards chaotic. And we found a shop. An abandoned shop, but a shop. Long Arm. The pirate isles of Nilanther are mere whimsy to most common people, and have spawned many a legend. One such tale tells of weapons able to launch arrows between the isles, a likely reference to the long-arm bows of the region. Ooh, +2 attack bonus, +2 strength enhancement bonus, and extra bludgeoning range damage. That's something we're gonna hold on to.
Ooh, that
That's it for you! Take that!
Huzzah!
Okay. Looks like we're getting chaotic points if we pick our way into doors. If we bash our way into doors. Oh, wait. What's in this sack? Nothing. Okay, that one's barred, so we can't go in there. Okay, there's a door here. Alright, bash our way in. Why did you close the streets off? Aren't the Drow gone now? There's a chest in the back here. Looks like it's the only thing. Ow. There we go. And what have we got in here? Potion of Fox's Cunning. Sure, why not? Okay. Little Musings and Magic Shop. Well, that was the guard who was not letting anyone through.
No.
As you knock on the door, you hear someone grumbling and shuffling around. Then a small window slides open and a pair of eyes glare out at you.
Can you not see the sign? We are closed. Please go away until such time as this war is ended and or the street ban is lifted. Goodbye.
Pardon me, but my name is Liam Johnson and I was told you might help me. My goodness, please come right in. I'll just unlock the door here. There you go. Come right inside. Thank you. Oof. Bone Golem Guardian. Impressive. Oh, what's this pedestal? A quiet voice whispers, "Psst! Hey you! Give me a gold piece!" Seems to be coming from the pedestal itself. I wouldn't listen to him if I were you. Why not? I'm just experimenting with something. You just should ignore the pedestal. Ignore him. I got something special to show you. What the hell? Put a gold piece on it. The gold piece flies up from the pedestal and catches you on the side of the head, leaving a nasty welt. Look out, boss! Oh, never mind. Deacon warns you too late. I told you so. I'm studying a bit of the dirt from one of the streets here in Waterdeep that is cursed. The pedestal has a wicked sense of humor. The pedestal has a sense of humor? Too many magical experiments using the same pedestal caused it to somehow gain a mind of its own. It's a very crude and annoying mind, but what can you do? It's all part of the curse. Tell me about this curse. Many years ago, one of the lords of Waterdeep turned evil and betrayed his fellow lords. He killed 3 of them before his true colors were revealed. At that time, there was a head lord, a very powerful mage. The 2 of them had a spectacular mage duel that raged right across the breadth of old Waterdeep. In the end, the good lord won, and he cursed the ground where the evil lord fell, saying that none should put a stone to commemorate the evil mage. Go on. Anyone who places non-living materials larger than a tiny pebble upon the dirt finds the object flung back up at his head. I am experimenting with this dirt to see if it could somehow be mixed in with metal to create magical armor. Unfortunately, the dirt seems to keep the metal from becoming attached, and the whole process simply doesn't work. That's because you're a lousy mage. One of these days I'm going to get rid of that pedestal. Ah, well, I'd better get back to work. Alright, well, let us speak.
How goes your adventures?
An elegantly dressed mage is busy reading from an ancient crumbling text, but he smiles at you as you approach.
The moment I heard your name, I thought to myself, oh, this is simply too good to be true.
Of course, my shop is actually closed right now, but a visit from such a famous adventurer is too good an opportunity to miss. Maybe I will write you into one of my plays. You have the advantage of me. What is your name? Oh, how rude of me. I am the mage Sobri, an instructor of the magical arts at the University of Waterdeep, sage of Soothsayer's Way, and proprietor of this fine establishment. Or at least I was an instructor before those cretins burned down my part of the school. This happened during the attack? Oh, we were one of the first places to be attacked by the Drow and Duergar. They were savage, brutish monsters. They put the entire school of magic at the university to the torch. It was simply awful. They almost killed me, you know. How did you escape? Well, I was not actually there at the time, but they did kill a number of my friends. You can imagine how terrible it was for me to go back and see all the devastation. Several of my students died in the laboratory where I taught. We found their bodies, dead and mangled around the corpse of a young cockatrice they had helped hatch only weeks before. Deacon whips out a quill and a sheet of parchment. This baby make good story, boss? Right, boss? Deacon wants to write this down. What that wants to be named again? A cockatrice. Surely you've heard of them before? Magical beasts. Rather small, but quite deadly. They can turn a man to stone. What a trice? A cockatrice. You know, like... Oh, forget it. It isn't worth it. Sobri shakes his head in exasperation. I know it probably sounds strange to you, but the way they protected that creature... Well, no mother could have possibly done more. And now they're dead. I'm sorry for your loss. I have barely been able to sleep since. That was why I created the magical telescope, in the hopes it would help me come to grips with the attack on the university. Feel free to use the telescope whenever you wish to observe the details of the brutal attack. It might help to strengthen your resolve against our enemy. But I'm sure you have more important things ahead of you, too. Perhaps I might have something you would find useful. I have all sorts of magical items at my disposal, and a share of all profits go to assist the rebuilding of the university. Would you like to see my wares? Yes, please, show me what you have. Cloak of Fortification +2, Nymph Cloak +3... Cloak of Fortification +3... Good God! 50,000?! No! I mean, it's incredibly useful, good God! Armor bonus and improved saving throws, but no. Weapons are basic weapons. Many scrolls and potions... What the heck? Magical potion bottle? Huh. And blank scroll. Oh yeah! Crafting is a thing that can happen here. Not that I'm gonna do it, but... Okay, a bunch of staffs, a bunch of wands, a bunch of necklaces. Really? No bags! That's depressing. Anyway. He mentioned this telescope. Let's take a look. Be careful with that. It can be a little disorienting. Well, let's take a look. University District.
Take your life to waste! Glory! Take your life to waste! I'll have your life!
Yeah, that is a little disorienting. Oh, jeez.
Take your life to
And they charge in. Death to the surface dwellers! Ish. Sobri watches your expression as you look up from viewing the battle. It was horrific, and the powerful items they stole. I shudder at the thought of our enemies wielding such power. I fear that with such deadly attacks on the city, we shall find ourselves undermined and easy prey for the creatures of the Underdark. What kinds of items did they steal? Everything magical that the mages of the university had made or were studying. Most likely there were even a few powerful artifacts, though I'm not sure what they would be. If you recover anything, I am sure the school would love to have them back. Waterdeep is stronger than that. The strikes against our fair city have been fast and deadly. They are obviously well planned and executed with discipline. I assure you, should they continue and the war not be taken to them, Waterdeep will fall. What can you tell me about the Underdark? All I know are rumors and legends. I do know that there is supposed to be a way down into the Underdark through Undermountain. What can you tell me about Undermountain? That's not my area of expertise, I fear. It is a dark dungeon created by a wizard of undeniable power and destructive insanity. If Alastair is not in league with our opponents, then he is overcome by them. It is the stuff of nightmares to think that one so strong as he might have fallen. If his power could be bested, then I fear for all our lives. Can you tell me more about this attack? We were one of the first places to be attacked by the Drow and Duergar. They were savage... Oh, we already saw that. Okay. Alright. Ah well, if you should change your mind, I will remain here. Farewell, and may the gods watch over you on your perilous journey. Oh, that is good stuff. I really should have to write this all down someday. Oh, there was an alchemist apparatus, but I can't look at it, I guess. There's a dog there. That door's barred. The Empty Keg Tavern.
No.
The Empty Keg Tavern is closed because of the troubles in Waterdeep. And that appears to be everything there is here. So that's everything in Waterdeep and all the looking around we could do. I am still bothered that I couldn't get the thing I wanted. Oh well, let me sell these two things so that they can be sold and gotten rid of. May as well.
A fair evening to you.
Just sell that and sell this. I really am bothered by the lack of it.
A fair evening.
Also, just heal me. And that's it there. Now, normally, that would be it. But there's one more thing I want to do before we end this episode. It may go a little long, but give me a moment. The one more thing I want to do here is use the Relic of the Reaper. The relic is an odd, many-runed device. The inscriptions engraved on its surface reveal the hidden truth of its possible manipulations. Read description. The relic can place as many as 5 bindings wherever you choose. These bindings may be teleported back to at any time. Placing a binding will require 1 rogue stone. Teleporting to a binding has no additional cost. You must have a rogue stone in your inventory to place a binding. We'll place one here, right at the beginning. Place binding 1. Bindings allow you to teleport back to a destination you have already visited. You may place up to 5 bindings. 1 rogue stone is required for each binding. And there we have it. We'll come back here whenever we use it, but what if we jump to binding? By teleporting back to the Reaper's realm, you can use one of 5 magical doorways to return to a location that you have previously bound yourself to. You can also return to the starting location of your adventure. Teleport back to the gatehouse. You have not visited this realm often since acquiring the Relic of the Reaper, but whenever you have, it is always the same. The dire chill in the air seeps through to your bones, and the hum of ancient magic is all around you. The familiar hooded figure of the Reaper bows as you approach, enigmatic as always. Distant flames flicker within his reflective, featureless face, and you shiver in spite of yourself. It is good to see you again, Reaper.
How may I serve you, Sojourner?
I would like to know more about you. You have asked me this many times, Sojourner, and yet I give you the only answer I can. I am the Reaper, the Gatherer of Dust, the Gatekeeper, and this is my realm. That is a lot of names, surely, and yet not for one of them is my true name. True name? All beings have a true name, Sojourner, even you. It defines the essence of your being and gives you power over your actions. Always, it must remain a secret. Why must it be secret? To surrender your true name is to surrender your power, your very essence, to another. Be glad that as a mortal you are unaware of it, and thus may never surrender it. But what are you exactly? I am a being of the plains, Sojourner. Nothing, no more, no less. You think there is almost a hint of a smile in the Reaper's blank features. How did you come to be here? I have always been here. As this Nexus realm was created, so was I created with it. We are the same, one an extension of the other. Who created this realm, then? I could give you the answer to your question, Sojourner, but it would mean nothing to you. Those who created us are passed out of knowing. Do you rule here, or do you serve another? I rule this place only so far as any being can rule themselves. We are the same, this realm and I. I am king, but never master. Is that an answer? The Reaper's reflective face holds no emotion, yet he pauses. You hold the relic of the Reaper, Sojourner. Therefore you rule here. For now. What is the significance of the relic? I am bound to it as it is bound to you. So long as you hold it, you command this place, and therefore you command me. Is there no way to free you? I am not a slave, nor am I a prisoner. A place can be a prison, but cannot itself be imprisoned, though it can be commanded. Remember that. So could I command you to come with me? I cannot leave this place, Sojourner, for I am this place. As I am tied to the relic you carry, so do I already journey with you always. Enough of that, then.
How may I serve you, Sojourner?
Tell me about your realm once again. This is the Gatehouse, an entry point into the land of the dead. You are welcome here, but I do not recommend you linger. But where is this place exactly? It is nowhere, and yet everywhere. This is a Nexus realm, Sojourner, that is tied to you. It touches on all places that you were, are, and will be. I don't understand. Understanding is not required. The only requirement is that you carry the relic with you. Therefore, the Nexus is yours. What are all these doors? Have you forgotten already, Sojourner? If you wish, I can speak of the relic you carry and its relation to the Nexus realm. Yes, do that. Much time has passed since last you walked within this hall, Sojourner. Perhaps this is indeed the moment to remind you of the nature of the relic you carry. The Reaper gestures to the small artifact. The relic is bound to you, and you to it. It is your key to this Nexus realm, and you may use it to come here willingly, or be brought here at the moment prior to your death. But who created the relic? What is it? I am bound to it, Sojourner, as it is bound to you. That's not an answer. It is, however, the only answer that I can give. The Reaper bows low, sounding almost apologetic. The relic is what it is, just as you are. Better to ask who created you, Sojourner. Probably my parents. So I am immortal? I cannot die? Nay, Sojourner. In order for the relic to transport you here so quickly so as to avoid your death, it requires great energy. Energy it can only draw from a rogue stone. So long as you carry such a stone in your possession, you are indeed safe. Should you not have one, however, you will perish, as all mortals do. How do I return home from here? This is a Nexus realm, Sojourner, a place that touches everywhere and yet nowhere. If you were brought here to avoid your mortal death, the energy used by the rogue stone will allow me to mark that place and return you there if you wish. You need only ask. The Reaper gestures to the doors behind him. The central portal is always anchored to your realm, though it may not bring you where you wish to go. The other portals must be anchored to use. Where does the central portal go? The location moves from time to time. Always it is tied to somewhere you have been, Sojourner, as this realm is tied to you through the relic. What about the far door, the one covered in mist? That is a forbidden portal to you, Sojourner, for you yet have life within you. You have to be dead to go through it? It is not yet time for you. Use the other portals here and be thankful. What do you mean by anchoring? If you are on your home plane and you possess a rogue stone, you may use its energy to anchor one of the plane's portals to that spot. After that point, you may use that door to return to that spot at will. Why are rogue stones so important? The gems contain a power that, when consumed, can be felt from even the furthest planes. Think of it as a point of reference, Sojourner, that allows this plane to touch yours. I've heard enough about the relic. That's all. I must go. As you wish, Sojourner. Should you have need for me, here I shall remain. Those are all the doors that would be able to take us to the points. Pool of Lost Souls. Okay, this door we can't go through. A thick, icy mist tumbles continuously into this frozen pool. Indistinguishable shapes seem buried in the ice, rising and sinking within its slushy center. Okay, if we lose anything important, that's where we can get it. Okay, and this will lead you to the Waterdeep Yawning Portal 2nd floor. What the hell, let's go there. And that takes us back to where we started. Not anywhere we're really going to use. Other than that, I'm glad I put the anchor so we don't have to make this run every time. It's kind of annoying. So, that's the Realm of the Reaper. Our Nexus. The place we go to if we die, or so we can teleport around and come back to here for selling stuff while we're in Undermountain, without having to run back. So it's good to have. And that is where I am going to end this episode. Next episode, we go down into Undermountain at last. This shall be quite an adventure. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44, that is Liam Johnson and Deacon. This has been a Let's Play of Hordes of the Underdark, and I shall see you all next time.